This is the Thebaid Book 1. It's lines 312 to 319, and it is the introduction to the scene where Polynices and Titius eventually meet in the cave and begin fighting. So we're going to start the narration with this word, which essentially just means the son of Oedipus. Oedipodionades means the son of Oedipus. And because we're talking about the wandering exile, we must be talking about Polynices and not Eteocles, who is the one in charge. So let's go back to the beginning here. Meanwhile, olim here has to mean something like a lot of time has passed. So long since the wandering exile, ab patriis oris, from his father's shores, or the shores of his fatherland, the wandering exile, the son of Oedipus, Polynices, wanders through the deserted lands, the forsaken lands, the wastelands of Aeonia. And he does it furto, so he does it furtively, he does it secretly. He's not eager for anybody really to know where he is, because that might be dangerous. His brother might come after him. So meanwhile, long since the wandering exile, Polynices wanders through the deserts in secret maybe from his father's shores through the deserts of Aeonia. Yom and Yom both mean both mean now, and so this has to be something like even now or now already. We've got in his mind poorly owed kingdoms he concipits. Concipit means to take up, to take on, and here probably it has something to do with he's taking something in his mind. So he's imagining in his mind now, even now, he's taking in his mind, mulling over, sort of poring over in his head, the kingdom poorly owed, and we assume to him. Poorly because it's owed to him, and he doesn't get it. Because it's a terrible situation. It might also reflect the fact that the kingdom itself, and Statius went to great pains to narrate this, is poor, and there's just nothing there. It's just naked power that he is dwelling on. And speaking of dwelling, he gemets, so he groans or maybe laments, and we see stare, the infinitive here, so that lets us know we have an indirect statement, right? So here's your head verb. So he laments that something stands. And the something is the longum anum here. This nice hyperbaton, maybe, framing signis cunctantibus, is really effective. So he laments that the long year stands or stays, sort of lasts maybe, with delaying signs. So cunctor, to delay, maybe lingering signs, hesitating signs, something like that. Something holds something else, something keeps something else, and whatever the something is, it's one. You might think day, because that can be nominative singular, but the noctes tells us no. Dies noctesque is some kind of duration of time there. So one something, we're not sure what it is, holds, and we get recursons, so recurring. So one something recurring, and then finally we get the two important words here. The subject, kura, so the one concern holds the man, essentially is the sentence. So one primary sole concern holds the man, and that concern is recurring, right? So recurring day and night. If ever, or if at some point, and we've got an accusative, low, base-born, something like that. We have an infinitive, so we must have another indirect statement, and then to depart from the kingdom. So we must be talking about wanting Eteocles to depart from the kingdom. So let's take a look. Here's Germanum. So our low something is our low brother. So if ever the low brother, and then departs from the kingdom, but we still need a head verb here. We don't have it. And then say, whatever is the subject here, himself or itself. We get Thebes and wealth. And then potior naturally takes the ablative here. So potior is one of our puff V verbs. So to obtain Thebes and its wealth. And then finally, we get the enjambment here of Cairneret, and it's in the subjunctive clause. It's probably more of a potential subjunctive. So the one concern keeps recurring to him if ever he would see his low brother depart from the kingdom, and if ever he would see that he himself would obtain Thebes and its wealth. For this, now literally light, right? But we've seen this before, and probably this means day, daylight. For this daylight, his lifetime, he would desire to pakiskor. So it's a little different meaning of the verb here, but it has to mean something like trade or give up or bargain. And so he would desire to give up or to trade or to bargain his life for this day. So he's willing to die for the cause, which is a little oxymoronic, isn't it?